0.002% of people struggle to find companionship because of their choice in unpopular hobbies. These same people may find it difficult to be happy or enjoy themselves when alone. Because being good at something requires effort. Or they may rely on social lubricants in public situations to feel a level of normalcy, or may give up entirely. But now, there is TPN, a non-FDA approved network of affiliated streamers who work together to bring a niche hobby better than mediocre content. Gone are the days of celebrating one's ephemeral and worthless accomplishments alone. Together, we can celebrate them together. Online, in a public forum, on the internet. Don't call your doctor if you think TPN is right for you. Call Zach's personal cell phone instead, late at night and on weekends. You should not take TPN if you don't like pinball or watching others play pinball. You should not discuss with your doctor the possible side effects from TPN, including flip chronic anxiety, insomnia, disruptive polyp flipping, fox scabies, raid depression, pinball malaria, mystery polio thrombosis, what the fungal meningitis, Fabies, Tourette's graphics, fainting out, emesis and Dr. Jaundice, we heart palpitations, rectal painball, one eye paralysis, STD, M, Jedi McMumps, and just another prostate syndrome. Because together, we can push through the existential dread of the meaninglessness of our favorite hobby. Together.
Good evening, y'all. My name is George, and this beautiful person over here you can see on the other screen, this is Dice. Dice, I forgot to tell you, by the way, there are 4 hot microphones in here. There's one there, one there. There's one at the computer screen over there, and then there is the one right here that we're talking into.
Hey, hi, howdy, bonjour, how you doing?
Awesome to both see and hear that in person. Yeah, we're here. We've got Dice in-house for 2 nights of streaming. It is Dungeons and Dragons tonight on a Friday of all times, not a normal night, but we have Dice in-house. We have to make use of this while we've got Dice.
Use me, George.
Yeah, exactly. Also, and I have to have this conversation with everyone. This mic can handle talking about this distance away as long as you're looking at it and talking its general direction. The black mics, both there and at the computer, require you to be up here. Like you have to borderline eat the microphone.
Get all NPR on that microphone.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Perfect. The chat probably heard that. This one, if you get up too close, by the way, you'll blow everyone's eardrums. So this one you have to... something I probably should have gone over before we started the stream. But we're here. This is our lives. This is where we are now.
Consider it rectified.
It has been rectified. So, y'all, we're going to throw down on some Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to ask Dice, would you please take it away and play the first game?
Tiamat is hatching a new plan to escape her banishment.
Hello, everyone. I'm about to show y'all what some real mediocre pinball looks like. Gotta pull up my IC first.
Also, Pinsomniac, thank you so much for that sub. 60 months, 5 years. That's a 5-year-old at this point. Nick, thank you so much.
Nick, where you been? When are you moving back to Fort Collins?
Yeah, that's what we need. We need Nick back in Fort Collins.
Or we need to take all of Fort Collins and bring it to Nick.
I like that.
Which sounds considerably more difficult.
Nick, if you're still in here, are you going to TPF?
All right, I got a 3rd level Dragonborn Paladin.
Anya.
Actually, that question goes to anybody in chat. Is there anyone in chat going to TPF?
I might as well stick with my pally. Got some time put in on it. George has held the throne of mediocre pinball. Y'all are about to see what real mediocrity looks like.
Well, looking great so far.
I believe I've told you, George. This is my tournament strategy that drives everyone nuts. Where I will shoot absolutely nothing for 45 minutes for 0 points just to drag the game out.
Okay.
Great choice, my lord.
Also, music coming on. Oh, nope, wrong music. Goof off. There we go.
Do not give up.
CNK, this is Mr. Dice that we have here.
Hey CNK, what's up, buddy? Oh, I'd rather that hadn't happened. Tonight on A&E, I'd rather that hadn't happened. The dice story.
Name your sex tape.
Oh, rip that spinner for days, boys.
Now, what do you need to... Oh, it's the right orbit. Oh, you got a ball save. Wow, did you get the ball save just because you, like, hit the pinball machine a little bit? Like, you slapped
All I did
it?
was hit both flipper buttons at the same time.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite forms of non-swearing based pinball agitation. Ah, come on.
Lamb diggity dang dog.
Still so
Not
much
watching
fun to
Soul
say.
Man.
Still so much fun to say.
It is. It rolls off the tongue so well. No, I actually texted Manu. I'm like, yo, I've got dice in house for 2 days. I normally never stream when Manu is streaming. Honestly, I could say the same, I think, for Surreal. I try my best for Surreal, Manu, and Marty. It's like the OG group there. And I had to text Manu and be like, hey, I got dice here for 2 nights. We got to stream. Yeah, I heard. I heard it was really bad. Also, Mark Erdman, welcome to the stream.
Hey, Mark. How's life back home, bud?
Mark says their nickname in high school was Ball Save.
That was my nickname in prison, Mark. Get it right.
Pass the chat a salmon Modelo. Oh my god.
Make it tuna fish and you got a deal. George, why don't you take a moment to explain to these people how much you love tuna fish?
Tuna fish.
It's George's favorite sandwich. His favorite milkshake as well.
I got nothing.
All right, I'm gonna let George get a single game in on here,
I'm gonna grab your...
and then I'm gonna tell you guys something that I think something I expect to happen over the next 2 days. I am so Forrest Gump when it comes to playing pinball, where I'll do something and I don't know that I did it. I expect in the next 2 days on one of these games in here that George will see what I'm doing and he'll be like, I need to update the progression. How'd you do that? And I'll be like, I don't know, I was just hitting buttons.
I want that to happen. We'll go look at the tape.
We'll need to go rewind the footage.
Yes. Let's see here. Dude, take the command chair. Make yourself comfortable. Grab a drink. Do it. Do all the things that you want to do.
I'm gonna grab that bottle of tequila and a crazy.
Honestly, I could use it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, that's right. We haven't beaten this as Juniper yet. Did we beat it? Oh, we did beat it as Juniper.
C&K, yeah, a little pickle relish in your tuna fish sandwiches is so good. Put some relish in with your tuna. But he said sweet pickle, it's gotta be dill.
It has to be
It has to be dill.
dill with your tuna.
Yeah, can't be sweet. Can't be sweet pickle. Get that bread and butter nonsense out of here.
I don't know. Sound of a Tone, welcome.
Sound of that one.
No, I don't think I like that. I think I'm gonna try and hit the dungeon targets.
What do you think, Mr. Horse?
Wow.
No, sir. I don't like it.
No, sir. I don't like it.
It is so bizarre, you guys, to be on the set of the Panic Room.
I love that you call it a set.
This isn't just a game room. This is a set. George has customized this to exactly what he wants it to be, which is more or less what a great game room should be.
Magic item. Ooh, armor. Let's do it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Game was slightly off. What are we doing? I guess we can rescue the missing miners?
This must be what Fox City's Pinball feels like every week when he streams the tournaments, where he can look at the screen and see what's happening, but it's happening feet away from his face.
Oh, right. Like watching the screen, but it's also right there. Kind of like watching the big screen at a football game or a baseball game.
C&K says we need some cheerleaders in here.
Super Annoyed, thank you so much for the follow. Dirty Pool Pinball, thank you. Yeah, Dirty Pool. I had to send it. I was really... darn it. I was hoping to send it a lot faster, but there was... But there was so many decisions being made. My hope was to send it back to like a week and a half ago. So sorry, darn it, sorry it took so long.
To the layman, George, what would a moderately priced pair of these bone conductor headphones cost? Because this is incredible.
So the OG version 1, they're going for like $70.
That's a steal. Everyone run out and get yourself a pair of these bone condensing mic headphones.
They are awesome.
Life-changing.
What is that? RLM Amusements coming in with 22 beautiful Raiders. We do need dice to tip the proverbial hat, I feel like. You're on camera now at the top right.
That would really be more of a my brother Mark Steele. He's always been the hat guy. I am not a hat guy.
RLM, I hope you had a fantastic stream. Thank you again so much. And if you're just joining us, my name is George. We have a special guest tonight. We have Dice over there at the command center right now. A frequenter of many pinball streams, I feel like.
And GZ's here too.
And Jay-Z. Well, yeah, Jay-Z's.
Aren't they so cute? And you said you liked them.
I love sugar skulls.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know if I can hold this up so you guys can see it. I really like sugar skulls, and Jay-Z just gave me a little sticker.
That's awesome.
Wearing your sweatshirt, like a skull balloon,
Okay.
little
This sticker is literally so me. I would be a sugar skull wearing a hoodie.
Oh.
Are these mics hot, George?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
C&K is asking if Jay-Z's wearing her cute cheerleader outfit.
Not tonight. That got put away with the storage clothes. But yeah, I embarrassed George way too much.
It was just interesting, dude.
I don't know. You were pretty popular with the chat wearing that outfit. We have to save that outfit for DPF After Dark.
Yeah. I mean,
That is a
this-
very different stream that I feel like that outfit would normally be used for.
However, should we ever get around the DPF After Dark, I believe I have the first episode earmarked to talk about cults.
Yeah. I like it.
It's a callback.
I have the first episode of DPF After Dark earmarked, and I know exactly what we're going to talk about, and George will probably delete it as soon as it's done.
Yeah. Dirty Pull says, honestly, crazy timing. Colin pinged me with the invite to PMC, and that's scratching the same itch, just being involved with other great pinball creators. That's awesome. Yeah, fantastic timing. Now I don't know, what is PMC?
Invite the
Pinball Masters Creative, maybe? I don't know. Whoa, George.
What? It's
The-
weird. The
the-
game just kind of moved.
The game doesn't owe you money, George.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Tighten them legs up.
I don't think that there was anything wrong with the legs. That actually was really difficult to move. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like, I saw the pin playfield move in front of me, but I heard the noise back there, and like my body like wanted to like jerk and move out of the way.
That was really hard to move. It's almost like it's a 250-pound piece of equipment, George.
Evidently, don't rob George of his points after dark.
Dirty Pool, Pinball Media and Creative. Yeah, you're in it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Jay-Z. Good guess.
It is so bizarre to be having a conversation with two people, and Gerard Way is yelling in my ears. But I can hear everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I
like
know,
it.
because it doesn't block your ears. It's kind of awesome.
It's like the opposite of noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's addictive when you are walking around, and because they're so light, you forget you're wearing them and inadvertently look like that douchebag walking around when, like, remember the cockroaches that everybody had? But yeah, so walking around with them, but if you time it right, you basically give yourself your own soundtrack to your life.
I believe that's been George's goal from the beginning, to have a soundtrack for every moment of his life.
That is literally, that was a bonding moment for George and I. I'm pretty sure it says that on one of my social media feeds titles.
No!
So put a teaspoon of sweet relish in next time and give it a try.
Oh, yeah, they're trying to convince George to try tuna with some sweet relish in it, but I said dill all the way. Get out of here with your bread and butter.
Yeah, that is, you know, that is an argument for the ages. Like, do you want sweet pickles? Like bread and butter pickles or dill
I
or
gotta go
garlic?
dill. Get out of here with your gherkins.
With your gherkins.
It's like, what was the, Mateo Lane. He was talking about pickles and how he hates pickles, and he was like, pickles are just cucumbers sitting in their own piss.
That's what makes them so good.
This guy dills.
Not gonna lie, kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. Moved it just perfectly. Okay. The zone is moving about.
Do you think the reason MCR hasn't put out a new album is because they'd have to have a song on there now about how they're all actually okay? how they're just crushing it at life?
I mean, honestly, you just go Offspring style and change it to address whatever is going on at the moment, right? So, Pretty Fly for a White Guy on Americana, and came out with like the Get a Job and the guy who is always trying to be cool, being a poser, right? Kind of like very millennial-esque posers. And The Kids Aren't Alright. Was that on that album? The Kids Aren't Chances are nothing's free.
something I found quite interesting was, and I believe this was the same year, probably even the same tour, you guys went to see The Offspring, and that show was like packed out. It was in a huge venue.
Yeah.
They were playing the local one in Milwaukee, and they sent me 4 free tickets because they just couldn't sell tickets for anyone to go see The
Really?
Offspring.
Wow. Evidently, all the millennials have left Wisconsin.
Get in there.
I'm still here. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm in Colorado. The last
not
millennial
okay.
has left Wisconsin, everybody.
Oh my gosh. So I was telling George upstairs, I had to take a break because I'm listening to the Dresden Files all over again. And I'm on book 4, Summer Night. And I had to take a break because the amount of stickiness that I hear with James Marsters reading is just insane. I'm like, what? Can you edit? Is that possible to edit out the like sticky sound when somebody's speaking?
It's not possible.
And I was like,
Uh-oh.
I gotta take a break. My misophonia is out of control right now. And so I backed out of it. I looked at the reviews, and somebody was like, they gave Marsters a 3 out of 5 stars. And they're like, the sound of him rolling his saliva around in his mouth between every sentence is disgusting. And somebody else was like, it sounds like he's got a like a piece of old people butterscotch candy in his mouth that he's just like swallowing him every time. And it's like, what? Why? Dice, you want to take that question? Supernoid?
Oh, nice.
Supernoid. These are bone conductive headphones, so they don't go in your ears. They go around and on your ears, so you can listen to music but also have conversations at the same time.
Yep.
They are
Quite
incredible.
lovely. I remember the person I found them out, or I discovered them from at work. I was just like fascinated because he always walked around work with them. This is in 2020. Nice. Well done. Cheers. And eventually had to let the person go, but put a picture. The day we had to let him go, he wore a T-shirt with an AK-47 on it, and it was over a Zoom call, and he put a picture of Arlington Cemetery up as his background, and I was like, do I need to have security escort this person off?
Do I need to be afraid of this guy?
I know, right? Yeah. So after that, evidently, it is now company policy. We do not terminate anybody in person anymore.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. People go and get interesting.
I thought the internet was where we came to get interesting.
Not anymore.
Not bad. Good point.
I feel like the internet has become like, you know how you used to get so excited about getting physical mail, and then like all the advertisements and everything were coming through the physical mail so often, it was a daunting task because you knew you weren't getting anything other than people asking for your money or bills. I think that's the internet now.
It's become homogenized.
Yeah. Supernoid is intriguing.
They're intriguing, sounds awesome, and intriguing. That's going on the next dating profile. Describe yourself.
Intriguing.
And intriguing.
And I do like that.
I once had a job interview where they asked me to describe myself in one word, and I said I would say dynamic, and then they said, what do you mean by dynamic? And I said multifaceted, and they're like, I'm like eclectic, and they're like, I don't, and I'm like, not tied down to one thing, and they're like, but we asked for one word. I was like,
Tell us about yourself without bending about these 75-cent words. You're just
Somebody did
hello,
something.
Pez Johnson.
Pez Johnson
and
with
18
18
viewers.
beautiful teeth.
George, you're gonna have to trap
Pez!
up and proverbially tip your hat.
Saint Simo, thank you so much for that follow. And Pez, I hope your stream was awesome. We normally don't stream on Fridays, but we got Dice here.
Welcome to the stream, bloated sack.
George, Pez rated with 18 viewers.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you
Pez.
tip your hat?
Hold on.
No. Sorry, this is.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Time did not run out.
I think if anybody would understand you delaying your hat tippage, it would be Pez
Got
and
it,
the
got it.
followers.
You know, given how many hats George probably owns, it would have made it more interesting that every time an event happens, I put another hat on.
We've
Yes.
done that.
Yeah. Do you remember that poem or that book, Caps? It was like a preschool book. Oh, yeah. Yeah, where the guy like ended up wearing just a stack of caps. That was George.
I'm just doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna see how far I can keep this up.
That's old George 20 hat. Don't panic.
Yeah. Are you tricking the game? Is the game not picking up that you were supposed to have timed out already? George?
So
Wait,
No,
wait,
no!
Oh.
no.
Nar.
Oh man. Oh no. Wait, am I in another dungeon already? Okay, we're in a dungeon.
George, were you tricking the game to let it believe that you have more time than you actually did?
No, if you keep shooting the same shot, it never runs out. So you can just keep doing it forever. It's just not worth a lot of points.
Poking at you.
That was an excellent example of George using my pinball tournament strategy.
Yeah, mediocrity. That was what you were saying, right?
I challenged him to a mediocre off, and he's ready to play.
Go about life with the confidence of a mediocre white man. I gave
fine.
my kids stickers that said that for Christmas. Go about life with the confidence of a mediocre white man.
You'll have confidence for days,
Yeah, right?
as misplaced as it may be.
Yeah, like I'm fine. Everything's fine. What?
This is fine. You know who I think would do a really good cover of this song, George?
Who?
Weezer.
Oh no, Weezer. Was it heating up the laptop? Okay.
How's it going? Am I making you hot?
Am I making you hot?
It was ruining his decals, and yes, they're decals because he's an adult, and adults don't collect stickers.
Well said. Well said.
Oh, that's funny. I realized
Go down into a cold crypt.
evidently the
You're
big
one outcome seems to be capable.
Manu.
Raid incoming!
Raid.
Manu,
Manu, how was Soul Man?
Is that what you guys watched tonight?
Yes.
that is
Oh
what
my
they watched
gosh,
tonight.
like, almost OG blackface.
If it was in
I
the
think that's
80s
why they
instead
did
of
it.
the 40s, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
CNK is playing with action figures.
Manu makes this streaming thing look good. Welcome, and my hat's off to you, good sir.
Yeah, did you,
Not yet.
you just said it.
I was reading the message. Yeah.
It reminds me of a boss I used to have who, instead of laughing at anybody's jokes, she would just look at them and deadpan go, too funny.
Too funny.
It was a thing. Yeah.
That would make me so uncomfortable.
Just look.
We already
Too
did
funny.
that one, so I guess.
My boss would either be an alien or a robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
If
mean,
you guys want to
she
see
was
the
in
end
HR.
of code,
End of code. Are you beating the game right now?
Show them end of
I'm
code,
not
George.
intentionally.
Are
Like,
you a game beater?
This game is leaving tomorrow after George beats it tonight.
Oh, is it? Seriously? Are you guys taking it back?
No.
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 It was just, it's been a running joke that every time he beats a game, it's gone the next day and something
You
new.
know, this is how renting games has become much more cost efficient for George. than
Oh, yeah.
purchasing and selling.
Purchasing and then losing $2,000 or $3,000
yeah,
off it.
like
If anyone out there wants to let me rent a spooky Evil Dead indefinitely,
Good to know. Dice, get in. Or Jay-Z, sorry. Get in here.
well, this won't be long.
yeah, she has to
That's
get
what he
she has to get her single player game in before we get a 3-player game in.
Yes. Oh, that's right. We have to do it as a party. Yeah.
We have to be a party.
We have to be a party.
P-A-R-T.
Well, we don't normally
Why?
do that. But this game allows you to party up, so it has a unique multiplayer component to it.
Like a
In
party
in
anthem.
aspect.
I'm go play with my Britney.
Do I sound like James Marsden? Am I ready to record
I'm looking
audiobooks?
for my Stern Insider thing. I thought I did. I added it to my Google Wallet. It's just a dance panda.
That's right. Jay-Z is in.
Did you see my license plate out there?
I don't know about it.
It says thanks. Oh, do I need to add? Oh, 2 more players.
No.
You have to get a single player game first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, no, not cooperation. Oh my, you started a cooperation.
Sugar.
What?
Restart
You
it?
just hit like weird buttons.
I don't know what I did. Do I need to?
Yeah, restart. Because I don't know what happens if you do a co-op game with one person.
Well, it's incredibly sad if you do that and get a higher score than when you have 3 people.
Probably gonna happen. All right.
That's how
What are you doing?
I restarted.
No, just hit start.
Do you think that's how like the top pro pinball players play this game? They just
Pushed
form a
the
whole
2
party by
things to
themselves.
make- I asked you if I should restart it.
You did.
And you-
restarted.
Yeah.
But you were just sitting there.
Well, I didn't know it took that quick.
That's how,
Windows is never that fast.
that's how you know you've made it in the pinball world, when you have 4 cell phones for 4 different IC accounts, just so you can be a party by yourself.
Jay-Z, is this the first time you're playing this?
Yes.
Okay. MPT3K coming in hot with 39 beautiful people.
Hey, Ping the Net.
Wrap it up, Buzzball.
My hat's off to Manu. Thank you.
You bastard!
Manu, wow, what did you do?
Wow.
You didn't see that? Like I was like, oh.
You know what the
cool.
difference is
There's a
between you and
thingy in
me?
the middle. I could just like let it go, and then like
I make
right
this
before
look
the ball
good.
got there, it went zoom and like went down and I drained.
Marty cheering 100 bits.
Hey, Marty Mar.
Marty, welcome. We have here tonight, we have Jay-Z over in the player cam. We have Dice sitting over here.
That belongs in a museum. So do you.
We're leveling up.
Very positive.
I want his Wingstop.
Oh, did you bring back the Wingstop girl?
I did.
Love it. Love it.
But he didn't touch level 10 because that's already perfect.
Too funny.
Yeah, level 10 is awesome. Now, I did work on a level 11, but it is not ready.
Is that Jay-Z in a cheerleader outfit?
It is. Y'all got that one for free last night, just saying.
Usually you have to pay for that kind of entertainment.
Yes, evidently me putting on a cheerleading outfit is something George finds very embarrassing.
The stream really liked it.
I have
Once
no
again.
issues. The stream enjoyed it. Let's see, Manu, we are playing, the next game will be co-op. Everybody was getting a single game first. Also, once again, how did the Rift Theater go? Marty is very frustrated he missed out.
Of the cheerleading costume,
Yes.
I'm sure somebody clipped it.
Tell us every facet of this film you watch, which I'm sure has aged like all the greatest classics.
Like all the greatest classics.
I'm sure as soon as you guys rewatch that, it bumped Citizen Kane off the #1 movie list to #2.
Do you think that maybe it aged better or worse than Blazing Saddles? I'll let you do that. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Hold on. Oh no! You got signed out. Sorry. Which evidently we had to do. Is it both flippers? So that way we could do cooperation. Pooperation. All right, who's going first? I think Dice. You've been sitting out the longest.
story mode.
I'm pulling chat up over here because I can't read that on that tiny little screen.
So when we're a party, do we all need to use IC to sign in at the same time?
We're a party. We all log in individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to make sure it didn't need to be done
Not
right at the
at
start.
our turn, correct? Because I mean, we'd log in individually anyways. We wouldn't like try to cram all our phones in there. At the
Right,
same time.
right. Yeah, you would when it's your turn, you would do it. Surreal says we survived.
You survived, Soul Man.
Yes. Ghost Flipper changing up the colors of the LCD. Thank you.
When
The
I
one
was,
Bobo said it was harrowing.
When I was little, I used to confuse Soul Man and Heart and Souls,
Wait, I'm sorry.
which
did
are
you say it was heroin or heroin?
harrowing.
Oh, I was gonna say this movie's heroin. I'm like, is that good or bad?
Eternal Gremmy loves that sweatshirt, Dice. Oh, we
Hey,
lost
it's
a
a
camera.
cookies.
If you get a chance, if you don't mind trapping up.
I'm sorry, I'm just that ugly.
Ghost Flipper is on a 35 stream streak.
Who is?
Ghost Flipper.
Oh,
Ghost
there.
Flipper.
Didn't need to.
Okay.
Operation failed successfully.
Ghost
Failed
Flipper watches you more than I do, George.
What's that?
I said Ghost Flipper sees you more than I do.
There it goes. We got it back. I guess I'll go number 2. That's
You keep that. That's nobody wants to know that, George.
Stream? What?
Nobody wants to know that.
Welcome to DPF After Dark, where George goes number 2.
What is it? What was
Oh wow, I get to bring my 9th level character into the game. That's awesome.
what was the remember that Netflix Black Mirror episode where the girl played by Selma Hayek goes into a Catholic church during a baptism drunk, and what was she carrying, and she poops on herself while in a cheerleading outfit?
I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I feel like I missed out on something, but Salma Hayek pooping in a cheerleader costume?
Razor, thank you for upgrading the stream XP by 100 points.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Razor.
Thank you, Razor. Thank you, Razor.
Well played.
You know, this chair is just missing like a heater being built into it.
And a massage pad.
Yeah. I do have a massage thingy on under the coffee table that you can strap to the chair.
If that ever goes missing, I think you know where you can find it.
I just like got it in my mind that every couch and chair in your home needs to have like a personal heating and air conditioning system in it.
Sure, yeah,
I
why
think
not?
it would save on energy. What? Sure, why not? What?
Wait, Bobo says, was that a fever dream by any chance? Don't know what that's referencing.
Was what a fever dream?
I believe they were referring to that Black Mirror episode.
Oh, with Selma Hayek pooping in a church in a cheerleading outfit?
Fever Dream? That sounds like paradise to me.
George, it was the episode that it was all the actors signed away license to their life.
Oh, that one.
Or it was part of the terms and conditions when you got Netflix or whatever their version of Netflix was in Netflix. Because it's not like they would have owned the rights to Netflix to air people watching Netflix in the show on Netflix.
Speaking of Salma Hayek, George, now that Kevin Smith has the rights back to Dogma, will you be going to the theater for its anniversary screening, or will you be buying any of the merch?
I will absolutely go see Dogma at the theater.
And now there's officially licensed Dogma merch now that Kevin Smith owns the rights again.
Love it. Who owned
Buddy
it before?
Christ. Doesn't it just scream Buddy Christ?
You need one of those bobble things on top of every pinball machine you own so that when you shake it,
It does finger guns at you?
if you have a game that doesn't have a topper, it needs a Buddy Christ.
I like it. Rebranding the Buddy Christ as pin toppers. Just pure pin toppers. Pin Buddy Christ. Buddy pin Christ. Buddy pin Christ. That is not a tongue twister, but I cannot say it.
It's not a tongue twister. I just can't say it.
This is some peak 2013 Fallout Boy, y'all.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, we saw them live.
Yes.
On a handful of occasions.
Oh, you want a handful? That was my first and probably only time.
Fall Out Boy's worth a handful.
What am I doing? Google Wallet.
They put on a hell of a show. I'm not gonna lie, Fall Out Boy did such a great job.
The fact that they escalated their image and their brand, like they aged with it. And also, like, in the middle of the concert, you going, oh crap, the blonde guy is the emo kid.
I know. What happened? He's not emo anymore.
Yeah, that used to be the guy with Guyliner who was upset about his naked pictures getting out. He was married to Ashley Simpson and named his kid Bandit.
Bandit? Okay.
Bandit Wentz.
Huh. I don't know how old this kid is, but is that a reference to Bandit from Bluey?
That like
No, that would have been way too
pre-Bluey.
new.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, when did Bluey first come out? 2020? Wait, I thought it was up.
George, I'm pretty sure Fall Out Boy were still doing local shows when you lived in Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, they probably were. Yeah.
It is better than
You could have gone down your local dive bar and seen Fall Out Boy. You know how Patrick used to sing with his jaw way outstretched and he'd never close his mouth?
No.
That is a thick neck man.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has some sort of hormonal or thyroid thing, because, I mean, like, it's bigger than his head.
But is that also what makes his voice so high?
Probably what allows him a lot more control.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just a mistake of a person.
Did Bugs Bunny bonk him on the head one too many times?
There you go.
Dance Band was calling you.
Did you? Oh, an extra ball. Oh, you played my extra ball. Yeah, that's my fault. Sorry. Yeah.
We're over here.
We were just having a great time.
We were discussing vintage Fall Out Boy.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Oh, we should probably put this back over here.
So I just saw one of your links that auto popped up, George. It said something about a blog. Are you ever going to return to that blog? And I believe you also have a podcast. Are you ever going to return to that podcast?
That is an excellent question. Yes.
To
Yes.
both? To both?
Yeah, probably. The blog is just a great place to put like things I've learned over time, so that way we don't forget them, and it's a constant learning process.
Bad pony owning.
And it's bad pony owning. Paul reached out to me, and I know we both have just had a whole bunch of life things happen recently, so he's excited to get going again.
You guys know you can record this podcast in your cars on your phones, right?
Like,
you don't need microphones and stuff.
I like to be prepared, and then it also typically takes me 3 to 4 hours to edit an episode.
Probably wouldn't take you that long if it was just you in a car with 2 cell phones.
No!
You're not wrong. Super annoyed. I was just looking at those bone conductive headphones. What model are those ones you have? We have 3 different models. We have the original Aeropex. We have the Shocks, SHOKZ Pros, and then we have the plain Shocks. Oh, now it's you, sir. Yeah. Remember when I bought it, it was bent?
Hi, everybody.
The whole thing was bent forward, yeah. One guy isn't a dad, and they don't have basements. No, but we do have a banister into the panic room. So the most important part, the banisters, C&K, is where it's at. What? Oh, no, stop. I don't like that. You have sticky lips.
Fluffernutter.
Okay. What happened? All right.
I was a victim of physics.
Here we go. The judges says, okay, carry on. Thank you, CNK. Cool. Trouble on the dock.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Crap.
I know it's not what the game said, but
Please
with the
do not, Daisy.
What?
Don't. That. Yeah. We're good. Please.
I know it's not what the game said, but with the music in my ears, it sounded like one of the characters said, "Grab an EpiPen," and I'm like, what? I have a severe allergy to owl bears.
Drained. Who's been allowed on stream this one time? Stop. You're back up.
She could always just buy another dart gun, George.
Yeah.
Or a rubber chicken.
No rubber chickens. No. I don't understand why these things happen on stream only, but they do. It's a great song.
I love palm muted chords.
And you got a compliment earlier on your, I don't know if it was the t-shirt or the sweatshirt, but I'm assuming it was the t-shirt because you got 2 compliments while we were at the airport on your Blink-182 airport and then
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's, that's right.
George.
That's fine. You do that.
That doesn't make noise. You go
Yeah,
right ahead
exactly.
with that.
Oh, come on. You're such a fuddy-duddy.
That's actually our second mention of the evening of Screaming Goats.
That is. Well said.
I prefer to think of the Screaming Goat as the Zach Mini seal of approval.
There you go. Yeah. Also, isn't there a screaming goat, but don't they also do like some sort of a bird?
There is an eagle, there is
eagle.
a bobcat, and the more people that join their Patreon, the more animal noises you'll get to choose to add.
Okay.
So I was thinking about like you being a fuddy-duddy and you telling Zoe that she couldn't watch Hamilton until she knew it wasn't historically accurate, and her going, "Dad, I know George Washington wasn't a bald black man."
That is not the route you're. I really thought the route you were going to go is, Dad, I know George Washington wasn't real.
That's actually more of what I was waiting for.
and then George would have been like, what are they teaching you in that school?
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny because right after that, Zoe recounted her whole
Yeah.
report that she did last night.
And what did I say? What did I come back with? Yep. Then you can watch Hamilton.
Dad, relax. I know that nobody back then was that happy.
Well, I mean, at first she said you didn't get all the details right. So I was like, dude, she's a
She did
That's not
remember.
actually what taxes were for, Zoe.
Yeah, explain to me what taxes are and why they're a problem today, please. At no point did you, in that rambling mess of a response, did you come anywhere close to a cohesive response? We're all now stupider for having listened to you. I award you no points, and you cannot watch Hamilton.
May God have mercy on your soul.
I did not say that. Instead, I said, yes, you can watch Hamilton.
Wait until she gets her first job and she'll come back and look at her check and where all the money went, and she'll say, it's bad because taxation is theft.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to turn you and go, where's my representation?
Oh, yeah, we are on a co-op 3-player. Is that...
funny because
Is that you or me? Oh, darn it.
No, I think we're back to me.
Okay.
It seems like you're really not playing much of this 3-person game.
I'm not playing a lot of the 3-person game.
he's too busy scolding me.
I was too busy, very focused on what was that face?
Dude, for the opening of this song, when they play
okay.
this live, Helena by my MCR.
Oh, I can turn it up. There.
Well, that was just embarrassing.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Unless it jumps right to GZ.
It may just skip her. Or skip me, rather. All right. Yeah, this is 3-player co-op. Now, Manu did this at Free Gold Watch, and we were trying to get him to get the group all the way to Dragonspear Castle to fight Samaster. That should be our goal if we do this again. Yes, this was... Well, now you can turn down your headset. It really is. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, we pushed really hard to get to Jimmy Eat World and Fallout Boy. We got right to the front, but that means we missed out on My Chemical Romance getting to the front because we would have had to have committed hours earlier. And Dance Panda, it's you. Don't get going. Yes.
I gotta say, that was one of the more surreal moments. That was very fun concert experiences, was leaving the concert a little early so we didn't get caught up in the thing, but like every TV was broadcasting the concert on the way out.
Oh, and you could hear it perfectly.
Yeah, and then by the time we got out to the street, everybody on the street was just singing in like, I just got goosebumps thinking about it because it's so magical.
Well, that's usually my move. If it's a bigger band like that, I won't look up the entire set list, but I generally know what they end on. So right as they're ripping into that, that's when you head for the exit, because there won't be any bottlenecking.
Right, exactly. And with 60,000 people in the arena, you don't want a
I
bottleneck.
thought it was 80,000.
I think it was 120,000 over 2 days, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it was 60 per day. I mean, Saturday I think had a few more.
Okay. Yeah.
All that with spelling errors and everything.
What were the spelling errors?
On the merchandise, they
Oh, that's right.
They misspelled
On the
new.
merchandise that you bought,
They
George.
misspelled Newfound Glory,
Oh.
and the next day, Newfound Glory is like, "Well, I mean, with the prestige of this festival, I guess we got to change our name now."
How was it misspelled?
I
I
don't.
think it was like New Fund Glory or something.
Yeah, it was something very minor, but clearly there was no quality control.
Or Newfound Gory.
Why be in a hurry to go? What if they encore for an hour? CNK, that was after, that was what, 12 hours?
That
Yeah,
was
yeah, I don't think
12
there were
hours
any
and
encores.
45 bands playing concurrently.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any encores because they were on a tight schedule.
And that was after at least 5 to 6 hours of being like just shoved in this, just right up against you in order to get really close to the stage.
And I really appreciate that George got us VIP tickets this time because for Sick New World, when we were crammed into GA, and I started having like a panic attack because I was like looking around and I was like, if there's something, and my brain started hyper-focusing on that shooter in Vegas. And I was like,
Oh my God.
if there's something that happens, like we can't get out. And so thank you for ponying up the extra money.
Okay.
Hello,
Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan.
welcome.
See, I always say go VIP because there's a marked difference between the VIP bathrooms and the public bathrooms.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
the VIP bathrooms were absolutely worth it.
Air-conditioned bathrooms in Vegas heat is important.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Even if it's in October, it's still summer.
It's
Oh,
still,
yeah.
it's still 90 plus degrees.
Oh, that said, October was way better than July. May, sorry. Yeah, October was way better than May because it was over 100
We
degrees.
couldn't move in May.
No.
Like, that time we missed out on a lot of the shows because we were just trying to get cool and like go and sit under the misters. And the amount of people who commit to black leather in 100 plus
Right.
degree weather is astounding.
That has to be their everyday weather. Oh, this has to have been a waste.
Yeah.
save it all and then start it again. So, yeah. We can, well, I just want to, so that we don't have to all log back in. Look at you. You're the grand champ on co-op, dude.
That's what we were talking about, dude.
You actually got in on one of the machines by physically being here. I've had better?
I've had better.
Wow.
Yeah, claustrophobia is a thing, which is weird because I don't really get claustrophobic in inanimate spaces, like just a room or something. It's just with people. Like I don't. Hello, welcome, Jen Zentney.
Hold on. I think we can get that one. I don't know. Nope. I got nothing. Hold on.
Is it on this screen over here, George?
Huh?
Is the action over here on this
Are
screen?
you Constantine?
Yes.
Oh.
Jez Teeny. Thank you for the follow. I think that's GESZTENYE.
Okay.
I know you mentioned a few of these classes are bugged out. Which ones
The
are?
mage so far is the only one that's bugged out and
Oh gosh,
I'm
CNK,
sticking
that
with my
sounds
paladin.
awful. That I can't remember. We went into some caverns once, and they were talking about the discoverers who would spelunk and like crawl into these tight spaces where they couldn't even take a whole breath in. It just like makes my back hurt thinking about it.
Ugh, CNK got triggered while he was describing it.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I just embarrassed myself.
No.
You're right. I embarrassed us.
We're a party. You
I don't
embarrassed
think you
everyone.
can ever embarrass yourself when I'm playing with you.
Yeah. Wow, that.
Alongside you.
Phrasing.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Is that not a thing?
We don't traffic in colloquialisms, George.
No, we do not.
Best line of that movie.
Hold on, wait. Where do we have to go? You know, let's just finish off Greenest, so that way I can figure out first what we've got done. Trap disarmed.
And when we were in Vegas, that was when we saw the homeless guy dressed up like a naked Donald Trump dancing to Rod
Oh,
Stewart.
that's right. Yeah. Oh, he made a lot of money that day.
Yeah.
I don't think he's homeless anymore.
Yeah.
Now he
if
just-
you want my body
now he just does it because he
and
likes
you
it.
think I'm sexy.
I will say, for all the people busking in Vegas and looking for your money, I've seen some of the best saxophone players in my life there on the street.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Street players. Awesome.
If you kick them 10, 15 bucks and you name a blues song, they will play it note for note.
CNK was saying that they've been in caves and they've been a scuba diver and they've never had the claustrophobia feeling before. It's terrible.
Let me try this again.
I'm not much of a spelunker myself, so.
Yeah.
Get up there!
I went snorkeling while I was in Guam a few times. That was phenomenal. And also, I didn't realize how difficult it would be to like go through the waves, which there weren't big waves,
Sure.
but try to pass through the waves because Guam is an atoll, and there's like a 20-yard long reef that you have to go through, and to not cut yourself or slice yourself open on fire coral while you're out there, which is coral that is coated with a bacteria that you will need to get a penicillin shot from right away. But it was terrifying. Yeah.
If I'm ever going to Guam, that is not the reason I want to have to come home and get a penicillin shot.
Oh, and time on the clock. Okay. Am I just going? Right? Shiver.
Exactly. We are a very dedicated party here. Let me just grab that here.
My
Can I
girl
grab that,
likes to
Yeah.
party all the time.
Hey,
party all
Disco,
the time.
welcome. And the time on the clock. Coral cuts are all hard to heal. Oh, yeah.
So you're saying that our party should be carrying weapons made entirely out of coral?
Yes, yes.
Come on.
Although it's more of an irritant, I don't...
no,
It'd be
no.
really hard to kill somebody with coral, but like you would make it very frustrating for them to take a shower.
Do what they did. Do what they did in the first Jackass movie, and only do the swipes and the webbing between the fingers and toes.
Huh, and frying pans. Who knew? Did I get it right? I was really trying. Frying pans, am I right?
Dice, are you a Jim Butcher fan?
I have no idea who that is.
Amiga Cammy, welcome to the stream.
The author of the Dresden Files and what's the other one that you read?
I guess I would say that I.
No, what's the other Butcher series you read?
I love it. It's my favorite series, and I cannot think of the name of it at all right
I'm
now.
like right now, Atlas Shrugged is stuck.
Oh my god, no, yeah, it's not Atlas Shrugged.
It is not Atlas Shrugged.
Caldera.
Yeah, The Furies of Caldera was the name of the first book.
What's the series called?
The Codex of Alera. The Codex of Alera by Jim Butcher. Codex, sure.
So,
If
and
that's
then
how you want to pronounce
he
it.
has another series too, right? Does he?
I'm gonna turn this down.
Got a bunch of series. but-
Oh yeah, and then he also has a it's a Sky Pirates series.
So, the Dresden Files, you know the series? Do you know the series?
I have 2 books.
Okay.
Off the back
Yes. Yeah, George has a Jim Butcher tattoo. It
I
says,
do.
"Likest thou jelly within thine donut."
It does actually say that.
That is one of the greatest sentences I have ever heard in my life.
And then George has met Jim Butcher.
Couple
He
times.
came up and whispered in George's ear, "Hail Hydra."
Yeah.
George was wearing a baseball cap. Howdy, Amiga Cammy. Is Amiga coming to us from... Amiga, are you from Zombie Fisher stream?
Sorry?
I thought Amiga Cammy was from Zombie Fisher stream. No?
Nope.
Oh.
Amiga Cammy hosts and runs her own streams completely unrelated to Kyle. You're thinking of Vicious.
Tasmania. That's cool.
Yes.
But also, I am like suddenly like super anxious about like doxing people and not calling you out, Razor. Just like I'm like, oh, I just said Tasmania out loud and not sure if that was an approved thing.
She lives in Tasmania, but from Australia, so she only has one head.
I only have one head. What?
I don't understand the pun, but now I really want to do a Google deep dive on Australians with 2 heads. Or maybe Tasmanians with 2 heads.
There's gotta be at least one.
Yeah.
Wasted that critical hit. We wasted the critical hit on you.
We wasted a good surprise on you.
You better get out of the freezer section before your boobs freeze up and fall off.
It's an Australian in joke about Tasmanians because of the inbreeding here.
Oh dear.
Okay.
That's like the West Virginia of the United States.
Or the Targaryens.
yeah, that too. That was Russell Brand commenting on meeting Prince Charles, and they're like, "What was that like?" And he was like, "It's just a very limp handshake." And they're like, "Oh, was that disappointing?" He's like, "I mean, they're so inbred. Like, it's amazing he could talk at all."
One of my favorite memes of all time was Prince Harry next to the red creature from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And someone asked, what's that red thing? And they said, what's that red thing? And they said, boy, that red thing's part of the royal family, right?
I think I played your ball.
No, she took your extra ball.
Yeah, you took mine. Yeah, we're even now.
All's fair in war.
Yep.
Wow, not even any love. They're just on the war point of their relationship at this point. Didn't realize I was living with Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Hey, I really like that movie.
And the TV show was pretty
Brad
great
Smith
too.
and Angelina Jolie, but the TV show is actually
With Donald Glover.
Yes.
Childish Gambino?
What?
Or the Childish Gambino. Isn't he like the
He's
called
retiring.
the less Childish Gambino now?
Yeah, he's retiring, Childish Gambino.
He's like the
Well,
somewhat adultish Gambino. It is my turn again. Look at that. Also, we're not co-op right now.
We're not Coop.
Yeah, we're not Koopacetic.
What'd you do, George?
Probably the sounds of screaming goats.
Well, you make it happen again.
What's that?
You make it happen again.
Nope, we're good.
It's easily replicable.
You know, Tommy is very entertained by my shenanigans.
Tommy's not in the stream right now.
I do it for Tommy.
Tommy won wingy. I may have moved the stream, the pinball machine a little bit.
Who gets to play Lando again? Lando Cardizzi. Oh, Childish.
Yeah.
Really?
Donald Glover.
Based off of how the Han Solo movie did, I don't think that's going to happen.
You know, it's so funny because the Han Solo movie didn't do well, but I don't think it was that awful.
Are you
Not compared to-
mansplaining a movie review to us? I'm just kidding. I'm giving you
No.
a hard time.
My biggest
That wasn't very nice.
Well,
my
you
big-
taking my ball wasn't very nice, but you still did it.
My biggest issue with the Han Solo movie was that you could have taken Han Solo and Chewie out of it, and it still would have just been a Western in space. Hey, at least you didn't do a screaming goat right in your ear.
Yeah. You are not wrong about that. Oh, it was. I hope he gets to. You got me all excited. I heard he gets to play Lando again. I'm like, hey, I think I'd be okay with that.
Oh my God, George wasn't all the way listening. What a surprise!
Sorry, what?
Nice. Okay. Now you have to start it. We have to figure out how to start up a co-op mode for the second one again, but not force everyone to log out. So by holding both flippers, you can stall it. But that's normally how you choose the game mode. So how do I choose the game mode?
George,
Yeah.
how was Smokey and the Bandit?
It was great, CNK.
For the people who watched it,
Out of all the movies George has ever seen, I guarantee you that sure was one of them.
So
in
how
your
do I-
room, Dice, in your room, you'll see the SLC Punk poster in there that George got me for Christmas. Even though he did, you know, I realize how big of a gift that was even more now because George does not get people things he is not personally interested in.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention.
In case you're wondering what size shirt I wear for Christmas, George, it's a spooky Evil Dead pinball machine.
Don't you
Got
boys
it,
know
okay.
trucking Coors beers east of the Mississippi is bootlegging? Booty-legging. Booty... No, bootlegging.
Bootleg, yeah. I'm assuming that is a quote from Smokey and the Bandit.
Thank you for giving that back to me.
Indeed. Dice, you are just bad luck, man. I'm sorry.
Why did you just call Dice bad luck?
I
That
told
was
everyone-
not nice.
He's experiencing that.
I know, but
I
it
told
came
everyone
out. You
here
are
I would
bad
show
luck.
them what real mediocrity looks like.
But what you said was you are just bad luck, man.
Well, I'm 2 drinks in, and I apologize if not every word came out as it was meant, but the intention was there.
I would like it to be
I
noted
was-
that George notes that not every word actually comes out.
What?
I would just like to reiterate that when we were at Oneida and you were playing Press Your Luck, GZ, I didn't think I was that bad of luck. I've never
You
seen-
were amazing luck.
Yeah, you're great. Hey, that was... I didn't say the right thing.
I've never seen anyone apart from Jay-Z win $800 or more on a Press Your Luck machine.
No, that was George. That was not me. That was George. George is a lucky mofo.
I thought you and I were playing that and George went to play blackjack.
I lost a lot of money at Oneida.
Yeah, I don't think she ever won $800.
Yeah. George won a lot of money, and
Somebody did.
he was
somebody
very
won money.
and he was very kind, and he shared. Aw, thanks. Wait, because he's unlucky or lucky?
Oh, Razor. Lucky. For sure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what I said.
Nice save, George.
Nice save. Okay. We
You
got a
know-
mode done.
You know, any dude who can survive staying with a woman through pregnancy or perimenopause has got to be worth his weight in salt.
Oh my god.
If he can do both, he should be a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Especially at the same time.
And that's not dissing on women. That is literally me knowing I'm freaking bat SHIT crazy.
You know,
But that's okay. George is mean.
not mean.
When nobody's looking, you are.
Oh my god.
Should we get your kid down here and ask her?
Don't ask my daughter.
I mean, honestly, George, you have a tween. You should be a mean person.
Yeah.
You need to survive, man.
Don't ask me either. I still have welts on my tush from the last time after George turned the camera off and we played games.
What? Y'all know this is like the really real internet, right? Like, you can make jokes all you
forever.
want to. It's forever, and people on here don't know that you're joking.
I mean,
You're right. It's really the emotional scars George leaves
it
that
is
hurt
that
worse.
it is. I'm pretty sure right before I came down, I was telling you something funny, and you're like, you're talking for a really long time. So I don't know if that's mean or not, but you tell me if your boyfriend tells you that you're talking for a really long time in the middle of a sentence.
That is like autistically honest.
That is, I say that George is just, he's just very British, not very in tune with the emotions.
Oh, hey, look, a game.
Hey, look at that.
Games
That's
are
fun.
fun. Let's play some games.
Dr. Curly, okay, wait. I have somebody who may be able to sympathize. I'm going to describe the situation. I ran upstairs to go get headphones, and Jay-Z started a story, and I grabbed the headphones and walked out, and then she started kind of chasing me, continuing to tell the story, but not coming down the stairs. So as I'm trying to
I'm
come...
sorry, George, did you communicate that you were leaving? No, I didn't chase you.
I didn't communicate that I was staying.
You're
So
right.
here I am
You're
trying...
right. I am wrong. I'm an asshole.
Obi-Wan says, my wife said I never listened to her. I thought that was a weird way to start a conversation. Nice.
Yeah, my dad always used to tell my mom, if you have something important to say, let me know so I can listen. Y'all are, you know, I may be crazy, but y'all are mean and that's worse.
It was just, like, as I was trying to walk away, it got...
Stop trying to justify your shitty behavior, dude.
It just became a longer and longer story.
justifying crappy behavior.
Eventually.
Nice multi-ball.
Yeah.
Thanks, I grew them myself.
Yeah, Dice has like 6 balls.
I'm not
I
gonna
heard
touch that.
I heard that mofo like has 30 goddamn. No, Washington.
Nope.
Cannot everybody quote the Washington song from YouTube 2008?
You know, I think we need to do something with that. Time extended.
He had a brain for a brain. Or he had a wig for a brain. And a brain for a heart. No?
He'll tear you apart.
He'll kick you apart. He'll kick you apart. Ooh. He'll say children, but not the British children.
Yes, that song. It was Cox and Combs, I think was the name of the early YouTube band that put that song together.
Yeah, that was like when like the random content on YouTube, like everything went viral.
Yeah.
And you could go viral with something like Washington. 6 foot
Thank
tall,
you.
made of radiation.
Opponents beware.
Opponents beware. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
If at any point you're like, what is it that you guys are referencing? I don't know this song. I'm gonna have to find a link, just so that way we can.
I heard he once held an opponent's wife's hand in a jar of acid at a party.
At a party.
You're doing great, man.
Yeah.
All I needed was George to tell me I'm bad luck.
Oh my god! You're experiencing such awful bad luck. I feel so bad. There we go. Right words came mouth out.
Hey,
Done.
I've got the exact same. Oh, that's right. We share a score.
Yes.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you're playing it.
Yes.
Score some stuff. Eat your blame.
Washington, 6'8", weighs a fucking ton. Opponents beware, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Let me lay it on the line, he had 2 on the vine. I mean 2 sets of testicles, so
This is
divine.
this is early
Patrol
2000s.
the land with the mason ring and schnauzer in his perfect hands. Here comes George in control. Women dug his snuff and his gallant stroll. Ate opponent's brains and invented cocaine. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Washington, 6'20", fucking killing for fun. Spread, Delaware. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Sue me if I go too fast, but the sons of his opponents wish that he was their dad. Got a wig for his wig, got a brain for his heart. He'll kick you apart, he'll kick you apart. Ooh, he'll save children, but not the British children. 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 He had a pocket full of horses, fucked the shit out of bears, threw a knife into heaven and could kill with a stare. He made love like an eagle falling out of the sky, killed his sensei in a duel and he never said why. Washington, 12 stories high, made of radiation. The present beware, the future beware. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Did I mention his 4 nuts? Well, he also had 4 dicks. If you took off his boot, you'd see the dicks growing off his feet. I heard that motherfucker had like 30 goddamn dicks. He once held an opponent's wife's hand in a jar of acid at a party.
I think we can get this guy over 2,000 subs by this weekend.
There you go, y'all. That was an experience. Oh no.
In a
Jar of acid.
It automatically switched to us live playing this. I'm going to turn that off.
He'll kick you apart. Ooh.
Obi-Wan says, wow. I mean, all I can say is, wow.
I mean, we introduced Gen Z to the Star Wars.
Yes. Was that AI? Nope, this is before
This is
AI.
Brilliant minds of millennial masters at the turn of the century.
Yep.
Who did you say sings that, George?
What?
Who sings the song?
Cox and Combs.
Cox and Combs.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. The comb is the name of the thingy on a rooster. So it's a rooster with a hairdo.
Got it. Okay.
I literally just Googled Cox and Combs and a rooster came up with the anatomy.
Ow, he hit us. Rescue Diego, time added.
I think I just lost my thought. Because the Washington song came up, I completely lost my
Yeah,
thought.
that
Yeah,
got you.
that just flew right out of my head.
Arabelle.
Oh, yes. This is reflecting of when we were listening to music in the car the other day, George, and you were like, remember in the 90s when you could just sing about anything? Hey, yeah, that was the thing. What were we listening to? Were we listening to Heaven is a Half Pipe? If I die before I wake, at least in heaven I can skate.
Yeah. Level 2.
Dos, do.
And Jenga, there we go. Purple shot. We're gonna go right, and we escape. We found the stairs.
What time is it?
I don't know. 12:46.
Holy biscuits, that's real?
That's real?
Man, I gotta say, thank you so much for warming your seat and allowing me to sit in it because it is lovely.
Yeah, nice warm chair. We do need to rescue the missing miners.
So, Dice, the other day I was listening to a podcast where they were interviewing Walton Goggins. I cannot tell you how much I love Walton Goggins. He is just a brilliant person.
He's been having a renaissance lately, at least
Oh,
on
yeah.
what used to be known as Twitter, and I don't know why.
Wait, what? On Twitter? On
He's been trending, like, women are just falling all
Oh.
over Walton Goggins.
For real, legit. Like they were on the podcast I was listening to with him. They were like, he is such a sex symbol right now that even his character in Fallout, like women saw that and they're like, yeah, like even without a nose and like radiation skin, I'll do it.
Walton Goggins is 2025's Timothy Chalamet.
He is, yeah, like, and he's
Is he
in his 50s?
I don't know. He's definitely not a spring bird. Spring chicken.
With the first name of Walton, I'd assume he's in his hundreds.
Yeah. It's he's so chill, and then he has a product that he's pushing, Walton Goggins goggles.
Walton Goggins. What are there? It's
Goggles.
It's no. You said it was two things. It was
So
like
Walton Goggins goggles.
it's Goggins goggles.
Yeah,
Goggins goggles.
She said there was one product.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she told me at the gym that it was Walter Goggins something goggles, but it was another Walton Goggins something goggles.
Walton Goggins goggles.
There was one extra word in there that also had a g sound. It was the soft G.
I thought it was just Goggins goggles. Oh my gosh, it's like a tongue twister.
Oh, maybe it's Walter Goggins goggles.
Walton.
Walton Goggins goggles.
Oh, you know, they were talking about it being porn for alliteration fans, and they were playing with it. Walton Goggins, Goggles.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, did you say Walter?
Walton.
Okay. Dice is being asked, how is the new Captain America?
I'd really rather not talk about that. We're having.
Are you marveled out at this point?
We're having a good time. I don't want to talk. About it.
I am like kind of superhero movie out right now. Like I can't do any more superhero movies. Like it's just.
And unless it's a Marvel thing that says Deadpool in the title, I have no interest.
Yeah.
You know that there's a meme that came out that when we learned Disney acquired Star Wars, and it was Mickey walking out to an emaciated cow that had like Marvel and Star Wars on it. And it was like, yeah, come on, sunshine, time for your milking. And it was just like this cow, like I have no more to give.
Yeah, actually, I would love to see that. I mean, that is very accurate.
Yeah. That is like draining it for all it's worth.
Hey, God of War, welcome.
I'm not rescuing a minor.
Did Hulk get red in the new movie? I guess it's a different Hulk, right?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, yeah.
That was just horrible.
Jesus.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a Star Wars, Marvel. Yeah, yeah.
I will have to say though, for all the backlash I've seen online, I'm still very excited about the live action Pinball because that is my favorite Disney show.
It is. I'm excited.
And the trailer looked great. And I honestly, you probably add another 10 years to my life for every person who says that live action weekly needs to be burned with fire.
Oh, it's whiting out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's washed up.
See if I can. Oh, we can't post images on streams.
But you can to the Discord.
You can to the Discord for sure.
I can.
Awesome. There's that. Area searched.
It's more like M-I-K.
Wow, that did not touch the tip of the flipper again.
And speaking of the Discord, some of you may not know that George also has merch. Let me tell you a little something about this patented tri-blend merch. It is so comfortable and fits to your form so well. If it can make a hideous chud like me look okay, imagine how great it'll look on
Are you saying that George has a problem with a filter and not saying directly what's in his brain at that same time, and also has a hard time with texture of clothing?
I mean, I'm that way in some respects. Like, I could never wear, like, a sweater. I can wear, like, a hoodie over a t-shirt, but long-sleeve shirts are not it for me.
Like an itchy sweater?
Yes, like that episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon was trying to teach Leonard a lesson, so he made him wear that horrible itchy sweater. That's how I feel every time I wear anything long-sleeve. I can do layers. I can't just do one long-sleeve shirt.
You know, I love that when I was watching an interview with Mayim Bialik, and they were talking about how, like, Sheldon was clearly on the spectrum, but they wanted to make a point to never label, like, anybody's internal thing.
He's Asperger's AF.
Yeah, and she said that they never wanted to label it because that shouldn't affect the amount of respect you give people, no matter what they're dealing with.
And he took it a bit too far.
Oh, well, yeah, Sheldon was just a D-bag, but a D-bag that you loved.
They gave him a redemption arc.
They did. I mean, it was 5 seasons.
Yeah, George wouldn't let me buy any more seasons, so I haven't seen the rest of it.
You can watch them all for streaming right now on Max.
Really? Oh, we don't have Max. I used to have Max, but
Bang Theory again. It's on Max.
All the Big Bang.
It's the only streaming home for Big Bang Theory.
The Relentless.
So did you say if the Hulk got red?
Not that Hulk, but yes. Yes, he does.
Okay.
There. I told you. You saw the movie. You don't need to give them any money. You don't need to support this project.
Have you seen Mickey 17 yet? Mickey 17.
Sorry.
I don't even know what that is.
It is a movie where it is a dystopian futuristic movie where we are trying to populate other planets, and we learn how to reprint humans. And it's with Robert Pattinson, Mark Ruffalo, Toni Collette are some of the major names in there, and Robert Pattinson, his job is what is his job? Expendable.
He's an expendable, yeah.
So he basically is learning all the things on the planet, he's like a real-time test case of like pathogens that'll kill you, all the things that'll kill you, and then he dies over and over and over again, and they reprint his body every time.
He's the canary in the coal mine.
He is the canary. If you could keep reprinting the canary.
Mm-hmm. And because they keep all the cellular data and all his cognitive data from every iteration of himself.
So if you've never liked Robert Pattinson and want to watch him die over and over again, this sounds like a great movie.
I tell you what, it is a dark humor.
Yes.
And I was laughing so hard, and I was like the only person in the theater laughing so hard.
So it's the same director, I think, who did Parasite.
Now you sold me.
Yeah, and it visually it gets really weird, and there's some scenes that kind of break standard continuity that I didn't track. I didn't make sense to me. I actually want to get MJ over here to talk about it.
It's a second sipper for you.
I think so. I want to watch it again. I really did like it. I liked the situation. There was just a lot happening, and if I could go back, I think it may have been poorly edited. I ended up talking about this with Deb while getting a massage, and I think they were talking about the fact, if I had to guess.
All right, so Stream, has anybody else seen Mickey 17?
I don't want to give anything away. I just realized, I could totally spoiler it. Sorry.
Yeah, has anybody else seen Mickey 17? And George, can you talk about what you liked or you felt was disjointed about the movie without specifically talking about the plot?
No, because I'm drinking and I'm just going to forget at some point and go off on a tangent and then give something important away.
You are the best goldfish ever. George is so happy. He also has the memory of a goldfish, and I think that's why he's so happy. I have, on the other hand, a very long memory and have debilitating depression.
Well, I think that's part of the reason George and mine's relationship has worked out so well, because I can tell him the same joke 10 times, and every time he laughs,
it's always great. Yes, every time. Dr. Curly Tech says, what if Edward, I'm assuming Edward Cullen, was a robot clone? That's an interesting, if you could summarize it, but do so, was it badly summarize a movie? Not to say that your summary was bad, Dr. Curly Tech. But yeah, kind of. It worked out really well.
But then you also need to incorporate his previous role. So he started as a wizard, and then he became a vampire, and then he became Batman.
Sorry, I forget. Robert Pattinson was a wizard in what?
Goblet of Fire.
Thank you.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Oh my God, George.
He's not a wizard. He was still in school. He hadn't completed his Newts and Owls. I don't think of Harry Potter.
Cedric.
No, he was a wizard in training.
Justice for Diggory.
Cedric. Diggory. That's a pivotal character.
The way his dad hits his knees and says, "My boy."
It's so funny because I so don't think about the movies so often.
Blocking me from putting in my GC, or can I put my GC in?
Yo, yeah. No, my God. Yeah, you put in the GC. I apologize for blocking. Dr. Curly Tech says, I haven't seen the movie, only a short snip of the trailer. I hope I didn't spoil myself. Dr. Curly Tech, I hope I didn't spoil anything for you. I am going to stop talking just because about that movie, because I don't want to spoil it.
Don't panic, Flip. You have a Coupe Grand Champion score as well.
Oh, you can go ahead and accept it.
So
And denied.
I don't think this is one of those movies where all the best scenes are in the trailers. I think that there is a lot of worthwhile watching.
Hello.
That's my butt.
Hey, do that again. That worked out perfect. Can you go from that camera to this camera? Watch. Look at that. That was great. And then come back over here.
Oh, dice.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was unintentional. That just worked out.
I myself am a seamless transition.
Oh my God, with Potter, Hulk, and Pokemon coming, who is not excited. Wait. How is Hulk coming?
What is Potter?
Harry Potter, the pinball machine is coming, yes.
So has Pokemon been confirmed?
It's not been not confirmed.
So it's like Bigfoot.
Whoa!
I'm not
Like
saying
Bigfoot.
that Batman and me are the same person. Like, isn't that the same?
Okay, Kong, yes. Potter, Kong, and Pokemon. Pokemon hasn't been hard confirmed yet, but it does align up timelines with something that got moved back due to licensing issues, and we know that Nintendo is incredibly hard to work with. No.
Why did Batman or Bruce Wayne never pay Alfred to dress up like his double here around the corner of the party?
Because what if they got him?
Also, he's old.
But comic-wise, he has been proven to be able to handle himself. He's a master of multiple martial arts and firearms and sword training.
That would have been like, he's like the only trusted person he could have probably trusted to like set anybody off the trail that.
I think it would have been funnier if you would have asked Selena Kyle to do it. This petite little in this giant body, walking like Swamp Thing.
You know what? He has enough money. He definitely could have found a body double. No, you absolutely can. If you pay someone enough money, they're fairly trustworthy.
He could have just picked one of the homeless people off of the streets. He was so insistent on cleaning up.
Wow. Thankfully.
To him, it was like $2.
Yeah. So, wow. Thinking about upcoming pinball machines, we have Potter, Hulk, and something else. Oh, the other one sounds like it might be The Walking Dead remastered, and it's been discussed as comic book edition. What are your thoughts, Dice, on The Walking Dead?
The Walking Dead had its run. It had its spot in the spotlight. I think if they were going to do this, they should have done it back when the first one came out, just to give people an option, because I know a lot of people who love the comic can't stand the show.
Right.
And vice versa. So I think it should have been a choice in the beginning versus doing it retroactively, because you could put sprinkles on a piece of shit, but it doesn't make it a sundae.
Whoa, okay, wait, are you...
Make chicken soup out of chicken poop.
I'm not saying anything disparaging about the Walking Dead game, but it certainly wasn't a above players game. It's not for everybody, and I think the only reason it was as popular as it was because the show was out at the time.
Interesting.
I think this is going to be a serious misstep. Nobody but other than hardcore collectors are going to get it because they never got one the first time around, or they got rid of their old one and they want a new one. But I don't think anyone new to this hobby is going to be like, oh my god, Walking Dead, gotta have one of those.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead is up there as definitely one of the better pins.
So
It's a tough layout for sure, but the mechanics of how it plays is, and the scoring on it.
It's so ugly.
Well, that's if you switch.
It's the well walker.
But I don't think switching it to black and white is going to make it.
No. Comic.
Oh.
The comic was sorry. It is real blood, real bodies all over it. But if they switch it to the comic book
you
art,
did that, right? You subbed it out for Zelda Yeti art, right?
What do you mean you?
You when you had the Walking Dead, you
I did replace, but it was not. It was Brian Allen, not Zombie Yeti.
Oh, Brian Allen.
But it was amazing.
And
It was such beautiful. It was no, sorry, it was the guy who did the art for Yegpin.
And yeah, so
Wow,
I mean, if you could have swapped out the preview.
So imagine you do the whole thing. I think it's a very ugly game. But the rule set on it is awesome. It is such a fun game to play, but it also beats you up. If you could remove the ugliness and turn it into kind of a gorgeous game that...
You take the glasses off and pull the ponytail out.
Yes, there you go. Yes, yeah. And shake your head a little bit.
MacGruber, I completely agree, but they are going to have to do GB at some point. Ghostbusters. While also simultaneously sweeping the controversy surrounding that game under the rug as much as possible.
Dice, I like what you said about the comic book fans and the show fans. And one time, it reminds me of a time that like a friend of mine and I were talking about Friends, the show, and we were making a bunch of Friends quotes. And our boss looked over and he goes, "You guys like Friends?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, I really like Seinfeld." And she looks at me and she goes, "There are Friends fans and there are Seinfeld fans, and there shall the two mix."
I am definitely a Seinfeld fan.
I like both.
Yeah, but you only quote Friends after you hang out with Dad.
No, God, no. That's that. Here's an interesting follow-up question, though. Could you make a pinball machine out of Friends? Like a good pinball machine out of Friends?
White New York assholes?
Yeah, call it Rent the Pinball Machine.
Oh my God, no.
We just made George poop his pants. He was so grossed out by that. George is, boo on me that, like, it was one of the first musicals I showed George that I really liked. And he was like, "I don't get it." And I had to think back to when I was in my late teens and I first saw the musical, and I was like, I didn't really get it either. I was like, I didn't understand squatters' rights or why they were singing a song about not paying their rent. I'm like, wouldn't you just be homeless? Like, I was too far into the economic world of yeah.
Follow-up questions. How you doing, MB? Dr. Curly Tech asks. Also, I prefer to use wood and metal. I don't know what that's. I feel like we had moved too far into the
That was
conversation.
probably 5 topics ago.
Yeah.
What was metal?
And is Cuphead coming? Yes. American Pinball.
I have let my theory on this known. I believe that it will arrive. It will not be a large number. I believe most of them will be show games. Mm-hmm. And then I really think American's going to close up shop after that.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Dr. Curly Tech says, "How you doing, multi-ball for friends?"
Got it.
Yeah. How you doing? That one. Got it. No, Dr. Curly Tech makes total sense. I apologize.
See, I just had this vision of them replacing the looping saucer coffee cup from Diner and replacing that in Friends, and I just instantly had acid reflux.
Well, it would be from it'd be a spinner, kind of like in what's it called? Bond 60th and Totan.
What about
The one that-
That would have a...
It's not popular, anywhere near popular enough.
See, that's an interesting one, because with the size of the pinball community and the fact that I know for
Smelly Cat Frenzy.
I know for a fact that not everyone here is an avid reader. Most of us are, but not all of us, and that's totally okay. If they were to make a Dresden Files pin, how many people do you think would go back and look into the pin?
Sorry, would it get people interested as a result?
Yeah, would it cause like a Dresden Files renaissance?
Okay. I would hope so, yes. But what I think would actually happen is you'd get a whole bunch of people going and referencing the television show that got one season and then it was canned. And the show was not good. Yeah. Not anywhere near enough.
Yeah, that's a good first game run.
I'm going to give you an example. Beatles did not sell well enough.
It wasn't one of my favorite games, but it's also a license that I like the
It's-
Beatles. The Beatles are fine, but I was never gonna buy it. If I walk into an arcade and all the other ones are taken, sure, I'll plunk in some quarters, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Another example of a license that fell a little short was Foo Fighters. Godzilla sold very well, but that was based on the game, maybe less on the license.
I think Foo Fighters might have gone a little farther had Dave Grohl not had his last summer.
Oh, what was the incident?
He had to come out and make a public apology that he did have a child out of wedlock with another woman, and he's intending to try to repair things with his family, but he is also going to take care of and raise that child, and that kind of shattered everyone's great guy image of Dave Grohl. The fact that he cheated on his wife with a fan.
I mean, a person in power did something lewd and lascivious, and
Yeah, but Dave Grohl was always...
I know.
He was Mr. Nice Guy.
Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
He didn't need to make another baby. He could have just bought one.
I have a really, really awful comeback.
Phrasing? Are we still doing phrasing?
Welcome to DPF After Dark, everybody.
Leo says Pokemon Catch-em-all Battle Gum Leaders. Pokemon.
The guy's name that went to prison? Oh, Epstein.
Sorry, why are you bringing up that right now?
Yeah.
No, not you. I'm sorry, I can't.
Set it away from the mic.
Oh, that works. So,
Diddy was still out there.
yeah.
That's because he's covered in baby oil. They could never catch him.
I loved
This stream's probably getting deleted.
Chappelle's
This
response
is
to
why
the baby oil.
Jay-Z doesn't come on the stream that often anymore.
It's because I'm in bed.
Let's see. CNK is not a Patreon. Pokemon. Are you a Pokemon fan, Dice?
I am a casual Pokemon fan, and I know you either love it or hate it, and there's very few of us in the middle. I enjoy the games. I think the artwork on some of the cards are lovely. I love the original animated series. But I think at this point in my life, the Pokemon thing's kind of passed me by. At this point, me getting into Pokemon is like those guys having midlife crises who get into Magic the Gathering. And they're spending thousands of dollars on
Stop talking about George like that.
on pieces of cardboard that they're never going to do anything with. And they're just trying to fill this void until they move on to the next thing, like most people with ADD do.
Okay. Well
George's
said.
MTG collection.
Now, Pokemon then, or Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Airbender.
Okay.
Airbender, Legend of Korra.
If there were going to be a romantasy pin, what would it be?
A romantasy. I can't even think of a romantasy right now. Onyx Storm and Fourth Wing. They're popular right now, but it's not good writing. It is.
What's the other one with Sarah J. Maas? The smutty one?
I'm not sure. The Court of Thorns, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember if I actually read those or not. There's.
I think I told you about them. I was responding with such distaste to them. I have opinion, and I apologize.
Yeah,
for that.
not popular enough. In fact, Harry Potter. There's even a struggle within the pinball community, and I say a struggle, but like
Debate.
Zach, a debate. There you go, a debate. I feel like I'm one of the few people who just disagrees. Maybe is it? But do you go with the Harry Potter movies for the Harry Potter game, or do you go with the artwork and just focus on the books?
What sold more?
Huh?
What sold more?
The
movies or the
Oh,
books?
interesting.
And did the books?
That is an interesting question.
Yeah.
That
So
we need an answer.
Yeah. Did
Well,
the
hold
books
on.
sell more after the movies were released?
the books have sold. If the books are second only to the Bible in sales.
And I would have found the books made more money because at the time, for the size of them and the hardcover copies, a movie ticket isn't $35.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And people reread it multiple times. Whether or not it sells more, here's my thinking, and go with me a little bit on this one, which is that if you reference the movies, you're locking yourself in on a few different things. One, okay. No, yeah, but you're locking yourself in, because if you do the Harry Potter books, you get to choose who you want to do voices, and you'd be able to reach out to the community, and you'd get a bunch of voice actors who would just want to be a part of anything HP at this point.
Movie adaptations have earned Warner an astounding $7.2 billion.
$7.2 billion.
The additional $2.6 billion spent by us on the DVDs and the Blu-rays and movie theater tickets. But $7.7 billion was given to JK for the rights to the movies.
Ah, interesting.
So I think that's a difference of what, about $5 million?
500 million. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this compelling television, everyone?
I don't know, but so that's I think you have a lot more flexibility, and you also create a pin that gives you that's going to be current for a lot longer if you go with the books, as opposed to the fact that the movies are done and we're about to get an HBO series over 7 to maybe 8 seasons with roughly 7 to 8 hours of content per each season from HBO. So that's what I would want.
We're reading the same article.
I would really want a book.
Mine was AI generated.
Also, I just really like the artwork, even for the book series.
Are you biased at all?
I'm incredibly biased because I think the
Where
books
does
are
your-
much better than the movies.
Okay. I mean, that's usually the case.
What if it wasn't a cornerstone? What if it was a special release like Elvira, but there were two versions you can pick? You can have your movies, or you can have your books, but you can't have both.
No,
the
so
standard Elvira versus Blood Red Kiss.
the problem would be the LCDs would include footage from the movies. No.
But what if they had this amazing watercolor artist come in and do them?
Amazing. Done.
Like
Yeah.
the covers to the book.
I would love it. Yes. Give me
beautiful
watercolor.
green
Give me
dice.
comic art. Give me whatever.
It's just the lighting. They're hazel.
They're green right now?
Ha.
He also has hazel eyes, so these are brown. Average. Environmental.
All right. Well, I think that's going to conclude it here. It is an astonishing 1:16 in the morning.
And you're an hour behind me.
And I'm an hour behind. Yeah. So it's 2:16 your time. Yeah. All right, y'all.
I'm still going.
Thank you so much. What if there was only an expensive option at $22,000? I can't afford that right now.
George would rent that game indefinitely.
Yeah, I would rent it for sure.
Yeah,
Amiga,
anybody
thank
could
you.
afford that.
Razor, thank you. Y'all,
There's
let's.
people in this hobby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We will go find someone to raid. We're going to be back on tomorrow night, one more night on Dungeons and Dragons while we've got Dice. Dice, looked like you were going to say something.
I was looking at your followed channels to see who you should follow, and I thought it'd be really funny if we rated Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Okay, I put on Bob Ross because Bob Ross plays starting Thursday night, typically through Monday morning, and I watch Bob Ross on Twitch. And, between Bob Ross now and Ping the Net actually is another fantastic while you're working background stream. Let me see who's on right now.
The Stitch is playing the new Monster Hunter.
Oh, cool. Let's do that. Hold on. Incoming.
Freezer says it's 3:16. Or is that in reference to John?
I'm guessing John 3:16. Although it was potentially 3:16 a.m. for Razor as well. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there. All right, we are going to go raid the Stitch. Y'all have a fantastic